лицу.
Good day everyone, my name is Hanilit Higakit Besnar. This vlog is all about the life of Rabindranath Tagore and Mahatma Karamchand Gandhi. I hope you enjoy watching my vlog. Thank you. The life of Rabindranath Tagore. Rabindranath Tagore, who composed the national anthem of India and won the Nobel Prize for Literature, was a multi-talented personality in every sense. He was a Bengali poet, Brahmo Samaj philosopher, visual artist, playwright, novelist, painter, and a composer. He was also a cultural reformer who modified Bengali art by rebuffing the strictures that confined it within the sphere of classical Indian forms. Though he was a polymath, his literary works alone are enough to place him in the elite list of all-time greats. Even today, Rabindranath Tagore is often remembered for his poetic songs, which are both spiritual and mercurial. He was one of those great minds ahead of his time, and that is exactly why his meeting with Albert Einstein is considered as the clash between science and spirituality. Tagore was keen in spreading his ideologies to the rest of the world and hence embarked on a world tour, lecturing in countries like Japan and the United States. Soon, his works were admired by people of various countries, and he eventually became the first non-European to win a Nobel Prize. Apart from Jana Gana Mana, or the national anthem of India, his composition Amar Shunar Bangla was adapted as the national anthem of Bangladesh, and the national anthem of Sri Lanka was inspired by one of his works. During the childhood and early life of Rabindranath Tagore, he was born on 7th May of 1861 to Debendranath Tagore and Sarada Devi in the Jurasanko mansion, or the ancestral home of the Tagore family in Calcutta. He was the youngest son among the 13 children. Though the Tagore family had many members, he was mostly raised by servants and maids as he lost his mother while he was still very young, and with his father being an extensive traveler. At a very young age, Rabindranath Tagore was a part of the Bengal Renaissance, which his family took active participation in. He was also a child prodigy, as he started penning down poems at the age of 18. He also started composing artworks at a tender age, and by the age of 16, he had started publishing poems under the pseudonym Bhanusimha. He also wrote the short story Bhiksharini in 1877 and the poem collection Sandhya Sangit in 1882. He drew inspiration by reading the classical poetry of Kalidasa and started coming up with the classical poems of his own. Some of his other inspirations came from his brothers and sisters, while Dwijendranath, his elder brother, was a poet and philosopher, while Satyendranath, another brother of his, was in a highly respectable position. His sister Swarna Kumari was a well-known novelist. Tagore was largely homeschooled and was trained by his siblings in the field of gymnastics, martial arts, art, anatomy, literature, history, and mathematics, among various other subjects. In 1873, he accompanied his father and toured the country for many months. During this journey, he accumulated the knowledge on several subjects. His stay at Amritsar paved the way for him to learn about Sikhism, an experience which he would later on use to pin down as many as 6 points and many articles on the religion. Rabindranath Tagore's traditional education began in Brighton, East Sussex, England, at a public school. He was sent to England in the year 1878 as his father wanted him to become a barrister. He was later joined by some of his relatives, like his nephew, niece, and sister-in-law, in order to support him during his stay in England. Rabindranath had always despised formal education and thus showed no interest in learning from his school. He was later on enrolled at the University College of London, where he was asked to learn law, but he once again dropped out and learned several works of Shakespeare on his own. During his lifetime, Rabindranath Tagore wrote several poems, novels, and short stories. Though he started writing at a very young age, his desire to produce more number of literary works only enhanced post of the death of his wife and children. Since Rabindranath Tagore changed the way being a literature was viewed, he left an everlasting impression on many. Apart from many of his busts and statues that have been erected in many countries, many yearly events pay tribute to the legendary writer. Many of his works were made international thanks to a host of translations by many famous international writers. There are 5 museums dedicated to Tagore, while 3 of them are situated in India. The remaining 2 are in Bangladesh. The museums house his famous works and are visited by millions every year. Next is the life of Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi was the leader of India's non-violent independence movement against British rule in South Africa, who advocated for the civil rights of Indians. Born in Porbandar, India, Gandhi studied law and organized boycotts against British institutions and peaceful forms of civil disobedience. He was killed by a fanatic in 1948. Gandhi's father, Karamchand Gandhi, served as a chief minister in Porbandar and other states in western India. His mother, Putlibai, was a deeply religious woman who fasted regularly. Young Gandhi was a shy, unremarkable student who was so timid that he slept with lights on even as a teenager. In ensuing years, the teenager rebelled by smoking, eating meat, and stealing change from household servants. Although Gandhi was interested in becoming a doctor, his father hoped he would also become a government minister and steered him to enter the legal profession. In 1888, 18-year-old Gandhi sailed for London, England to study the law. The young Gandhi, Indian, struggled with the transition to Western culture. With his book Hind Swaraj on 1909, Gandhi, in the age of 40, declared that British rule was established in India with the cooperation of Indians and had survived only because of this cooperation. If Indians refused to cooperate, British rule would collapse and Swaraj or Indian independence would come. While leading nationwide campaigns to ease poverty, expand women's rights, build religious and ethnic harmony, and eliminate the injustices of the caste system, Gandhi supremely applied the principles of non-violent civil disobedience, playing a key role in freeing India from foreign domination. So that would be all the life of both writers.
Maybach music.
Thanks for watching.
Maybach music.
And how cold is not enough.
Maybach music.
Yo, fuck up with that mess, I'm tired of hiding. Yo, now that shit I pop it is exciting. Yo,
Maybach music.
No.
Maybach music.
But behind closed doors, I'm a fool for your love.
Maybach music. Maybach music.
Let's go.
Maybach music.
look